you have over 40 people, I'm sure, and people knew each other. There are people that did not like each other in there. There's one girl in there. Her name is Elena.
Me and Elena have done all our time right here in this spot.
Elena has done a lot of time.
This is my third time ever being locked up, but the second time I did 18 months.
And I guess there was some sort of snitch involved in that situation.
Elena's snitch is in here. So we're probably gonna have some conflict a little bit later because it's pretty serious. The girl got Elena 18 months and she's in this pod.
Because of the move, Elena's in this pod with this girl who snitched on her, and she's fired up.
Going down.
Code for a fight is you put your tennis shoes on. Clearly there's a fight about to go down.
It's gonna be a show up in this tonight. And I could feel the energetic shift. I could feel, I know anger. I can just smell it. I can feel it. I can taste it. I don't even have to hear it. I can just sense it. Elena started to pull her crew together. And they start moving over, moving over, moving over.
Just stay away from her. Stay on the one side.
I mean, that's not gonna
Which way? Which way you coming?
Yeah, we own it. We own it.
3 times that over here.
And then they start heading to this one particular cell.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever.
Sarah, get out. Who touched my people? Did somebody touch my people? Nobody touched nobody. I said no.
I had not seen a fight before this. I definitely felt like just this level of stress that I hadn't felt was terrifying. Like, that anxiety hit immediately.
She ain't coming out that room, is she?
It's all. This is how I feel about it. It's their issue.
Right.
If they're gonna fight, it's gonna happen regardless. Let them fight because then it's gonna be over with in the squad.
I say this didn't have nothing to do with it.
The root of that fight was very simple. This young lady that was in that pod allegedly snitched on several people that are here. So she's got a couple of ass whoopings coming her way before she gets out of here.
Destiny. Please, Destiny. I don't steal your please don't do it. Destiny, I'm gonna end up putting my hands on you and hurt you. Let's go. I don't want you to hurt you. When I get dressed, let's go.
She's talking about somebody trying to steal her bingo, bro.
I know that bitch ain't right anyway, bro. It's drug, bro.
She's talking about fighting me.
The inmates, they're loud up until about 2, 3 in the morning. I could tell there was probably gonna be a fight.
The inmates have no consequence for their action, so their first response for many of them is a violent and aggressive response. They don't hide it. It's not a shock. They're yelling, screaming constantly all day long who they're mad at and who they're gonna fight. And if I'm hearing it, I know the COs are hearing it.
The CO was kind of like confused, like you didn't really do anything for this situation. She was just so confused.
They gave every indication that they were going to fight, and that is what they did. It got pretty intense.
This place is ran by the inmates, like you can't put it any other way. There's no control over the unit. Side dropped the ball on that fight. They could have prevented the fight. They could have prevented the whole situation.
Watching this happen, I immediately click into the CO role myself, into a jail commander. I'm ashamed. I'm embarrassed. These are two females, full-blown fighting for the better of 5 minutes, while correctional professionals stood by and could not take control of the situation at all. This is the second major fight that I've seen since I've been here, and both times the first reaction was quick to the pepper spray, but neither time did it have any effect. Just sitting there and watching that happen was very difficult, but it motivated me even more because it just showed how much help Sheriff Horton needs to get this place under control.
Being a special ops participant with 8 years experience in corrections, I didn't think any facility could have as many problems as this place. Like, this is unreal. I did not like how they responded to the code. It was pretty slow. It's just so out of control in here. People could actually be dying behind these doors. There's so much going on in here that's just not safe.
This is crazy. Honorary deal. Where's the oldest lady set up here?
Jasmine wants to be the center of attention. She wants to be like an authority figure.
We get TP tomorrow, remember you guys, okay?
Why is she giving toilet paper out to people?
Come I didn't get tea. I didn't get tea. I got some paper this time.
No, because I'm honorary DO. I'm wrong. I don't want that one. Let me get Brenda out.
There's clearly favorites, and Jasmine gets special treatment.
Okay, wait.
Jasmine calls herself the honorary DO, which in our terms means snitch.
Bring it. Bitch, you. You ain't my mama, bitch. Oh, she's gonna tell.
How am I snitching and you see me doing it, dummy?
How is it that one person is able to get away with as much as she gets away with if she's not snitching on everybody?
Don't be stupid.
Don't be a snitch.
We notice those things. We're like, why is this person getting special treatment? If I were to do the same thing, I'd get in trouble. It doesn't make any sense.
Okay, you guys stop fighting.
She ain't nobody fighting. That's why she upstairs. You know what? I'll keep here for myself.
Every time.
Grow the up. Hey, stop. Just stop.
I'm seeing tension growing in a room, and the DO's watching from the other side and doing nothing.
This is the second time with you today, dude. Kate first, now this. Stop.
Here it goes again, and just Jasmine's mouth just popping off.
Lock down.
No, I don't want to hear it because I just watched this whole thing. Everyone, lock down. Good night. You're done.
Amber came up to me and just had this look on her face, like, I'm tired of this bitch. I know that when Amber went up the stairs, it's jail. Anything could happen. Honestly, I could have stopped Amber, but I didn't want to. Amber had enough. I didn't intentionally instigate the fight, but I did get some pleasure out of it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was like, good, get her.
Amber was looking really for any excuse to fight with Jasmine.
Bitch.
To say someone, laid into her, Jasmine, it's no surprise whatsoever.
Love you, Amber.
Amber was doing something that all of us wish we could do ourselves.
Stupid bitch.
I have a lot to lose, so I didn't take it that far.
One bitch out the pot. One bitch out the pot.
These officers could have prevented it, but it's kind of like they want it to happen.
Bye, Jasmine. We'll miss you.
The jail operations and protocol at this facility are all kinds of messed up, and it's definitely something I want to bring up to the sheriff.
Bye, Jasmine.
Trinity Brown.
Don't I always stick my tongue out when I laugh?
I need to go.
Always
Can you back up and stop shouting? Thank
I
you.
always stick my tongue out when I laugh.
Yeah, you are shouting, and step away from me, okay? My face all in my ear yelling.
Wake up and start over. That's what you need to do.
No, I don't need to. You need to step the away from me.
It's kind of calm for the first time in the pod, and then all of a sudden they get mad at each other over the smallest things.
Said shit fucked up with you. I wasn't talking to you for one. Yeah, but you were all up in my face, Bree.
Jasmine is just getting agitated with Brianna because she's constantly talking. I mean, she's more boisterous, so she's an easy target.
You got problems. You got problems.
Everybody in the pod does not like you and has a problem with you, Bree. That's good. You don't care, so keep acting the way you act. That's why you can barely get money on your books, broke ass hoe.
At least I got a family that actually cares.
At least I got that. Family that actually cares. Yeah, my family actually does care. One thing, Mom. Put your little ass on your head. Shut up. Now get shut up. You always running your mouth. Either fight or shut the up, bitch.
I'm not talking to you. I'm able to talk about one thing.
Either fight
or shut the up.
I ain't saying that.
Dead ass. You keep talking though. Why do you keep talking? 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 Y'all chill, bro. Chill. Y'all chill, bro. Y'all chill, man.
It started between Yasmin and Bree, and we ended up separating Selena and Bree. It just didn't make any sense to me. I can't believe that situation escalated that bad. It saddens me.
That ain't necessary, bro. I just don't like to see that. People can really get hurt.
I can't even say them wanting to physically hurt each other is real, because it went from a push to almost just grappling and wrestling. There was no real strong physicality to hurt someone. You know, again, trying to make a statement for what? To who? You know, what does it mean? What does it prove when you can risk spending more time in jail where nobody wants to be?
My coffee, I know there was coffee here. Whoever took the coffee brings it back, otherwise it's gonna get real ugly. I don't think anybody touched your stuff, Sarah.
Just leave me alone. Dirty asses. And I'm getting drugged in the jail.
That's messed up, Sarah.
You don't like me too bad. I don't want you to like me. Just cut your hands and don't get near me or my stuff. Loud asses, low lights, just get the out of my life. Just didn't mind joining this low life. No, I don't.
Then get moved then. Get moved then, because ain't nobody in this room with low life. So watch your mouth. We all got life, so we're not low lives.
In I-21, we're like a family. I'm protective over these women. You know what I'm saying? I already had that protective instinct.
I didn't even do I didn't do none of it. What you blinded her in the butt. Don't let her take your butt. Don't let her take your energy. You wanted to have her take your energy. Sarah, you're an ugly person, Sarah. You're an ugly person. Yeah, sure. God bless you. God bless you. If you need to leave, just leave. God bless you. God bless you. Lord have mercy. God bless you.
I told everybody in the room already that I do not want to talk to anybody because they're hypocrites and they steal. Angel, her and her girlfriend are having sex. I hear them like, you know, sex sounds and sex everything, and I turn the other way to give them privacy. She doesn't even appreciate anybody who respects her because she doesn't have respect to herself.
Shut your ass up, man.
Right, thank you. I'm sick of people having sex and looking into each other's underwears and all these things. And
I don't like being disrespected, and I don't like when people have to talk about people in a nasty way. So I had to say something.
You always talking some.
This girl, she always talking about how people be stealing from her. Shut the up, bro.
Really?
Shut up. Shut up.
You can't know what you're saying.
Bro, shut up. And what? We are the low lives, right? We the right? Didn't you say the low lives? What? Why you get out of here and I'm staying here? They stole my coffee and they did this, okay? My best friend tells me that I can say whatever. Am I making you mad?
Angel is not really thinking about the consequences that can happen from what she's doing.
That's what we're mad for. Yeah. When you decide a man to be a man or a woman, then I can talk to you. I don't talk to you for any reason, okay?
To her, she was extremely disrespectful. What am I gonna do? Just sit there and let that person disrespect me and disrespect my people? I'm not gonna do it.
This bitch right here played this.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Call me a bitch again, bro. Call me a bitch again. I'll you up. I'll you up. I'll show you how real West Coast fight. What? What's up? Call me a bitch again. Call me a bitch again. Call me a bitch again. I'll fight you like a real. Y'all think that
For her to forget who she was in the midst of everything that we're doing was very shocking. It's preposterous. It's ridiculous. I've never, ever been in a situation like this in my life.
I know that bitch. Hey, you got it. Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing? You're here to do a job, and you are fighting people.
There's been drama prior to me getting here, so I don't really exactly know everything. I've been trying to mind my own business, but I just want to sleep.
Like, seriously, lady, like, you shut the up, or we can go for it, right?
I'm like going crazy here.
I am not worried about you.
It's like they can't comprehend because they're brainwashed and institutionalized.
You all make valid points, but the fact is that ain't nobody gonna see eye to eye because there's too many issues being talked about at one time. So everybody just go to sleep, call it one night.
At this point, enough is enough.
Hey, you can talk about it.
I'm tired of hearing it. What are you talking about? Girl, you don't talk to me like that. You not gonna come at me like that,
To have to sit there and watch these girls beat on Tabitha. It's awful. I cannot lay in that bed and watch somebody else get beat up like that. You know, for me to jump in is out of character, but I'm gonna stand up for what's right.
Shut the ah!
Girlfriend, don't follow this. Walk on me.
Monica! Paul, I've had enough of this! We all grown ass women! You all make a valid point, you're all right, you're all wrong! Who gets a fly? And there ain't no resolution!
Jackie was yelling and screaming through the vent. That automatically pissed me off. To see another participant act that way.
Jackie! On top of my head, though! I am not gonna girl, listen, and you make a valid point, all of us do. But what are we solving? I have not gotten sleep since I've been here. I've heard nothing but bickering and arguing. Who's right, who's wrong, this, that, whatever. Who gives a
For me to jump in is out of character. For the most part, I'm very soft-spoken, so when I get loud, I feel like there's something seriously wrong with the environment that I'm in.
I don't want to be stuck here when all you got something to say!
Oh my gosh, it gets on my nerves because you can't yell at everybody in that pod.
How this whole I didn't want to talk to her no more.
Someone's got to be the bigger person and be like, you are not worth my breath and time. Done.
Jackie, I mean, she has a strong personality for a white girl, but she has a lot of understanding about life. So that's probably why her personality is at the level it's at.
I get what you're saying, Jackie, but you see what I'm saying?
No, I know what you guys are saying, but all this petty because the time you walk out that door, who gives a and that's just me being real. I shut my mouth half the time because all this doesn't matter.
It don't, yeah, it don't.
They've had enough. That's not me, but being put into that situation, it's like, you lose your mind. You do not feel like the person you were prior to coming into the situation.
We're in here arguing in the dark when we all have one thing in common. We are stuck in this room together. We're stuck.